Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Holly and I'm a 7th grade math teacher and an avid reader. And today is day 4 of Vlogmas. Today we're going to go through kind of like a Christmas gift guide that I put together. And it's going to cover basically just things that I would be happy to give someone or receive for Christmas, specifically related to teacher things or like bookish reader things. But honestly, I think you could find something for yourself or someone else on this list, even if they don't necessarily fall into those two categories. So without further ado, I put together a little presentation. I hope you like it. It is the holiday season, and this is the Christmas gift guide for teachers, readers, and more. This is a little disclaimer that I already touched on. These are just ideas based on what I would realistically be happy to give or receive. I do not get any sort of commission off of any of this. This is just things that I have come up with or seen on other people's lists or promoted that I would be super happy to receive or that I think other people would really enjoy. As I mentioned, we're going to start with a kind of teacher wish list and then move into the bookish wish list. So for teachers, if you are a teacher or if you know teachers, granted, you are so much more than just a teacher. So I'm not saying that if you have a teacher friend in your life, you need to get them something for their classroom or something that has to do with them being a teacher. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. I am a teacher and I don't necessarily want all of my gifts to be related to my job, but it is nice every once in a while just to receive something that reflects being a teacher, because that is such a big part of who I am. And I have just loved getting all of the different teacher items and decor for my classroom and things like that. Granted, I'm only in my 2nd year of teaching, so it is still kind of new to me. If you know a veteran teacher, they might be like so over it at this point. So just use discretion, of course. So I have this little breakdown of some items that you might want to get for the teacher in your life, where you could get them, and kind of like I ballparked what the price would be. I'm sticking mainly to Amazon and Etsy because those are where I like to shop, but a lot of these you could also probably find at Target, Walmart, or other online shops. I'm not going to go into it too much on this page. It's there, pause it if you want to read it, but the next page has pictures. So that's where I'm going to be spending most of my time. Here we go. So we have sweatshirts and shirts from Etsy. I have absolutely loved getting teacher shirts and just things that I can wear from Etsy, because you can personalize them and customize them to have either your name or your school or the subject that you teach, things like that. I have a handful of, I would call them like teacher shirts, and I am obsessed with them. I really love this Taylor Swift coded shirt a lot to teach at the moment. I just think it's so cute. It's been on my wish list since I started teaching. I just haven't gotten around to getting it for myself yet. And then this sweatshirt I also think is just so adorable. It just says teacher and you can put their name on it. I have seen so many other really cute, creative ideas for like jackets or shirts. I have one that my mom got me that says welcome to, and it has the square root of 49th grade. Welcome to 7th grade. I'm a math teacher. I teach 7th grade. It works for me. So obviously you can get as specific or as generic as possible. We also have like little bags and totes from Etsy. You could also probably find these on Amazon, but just having their name, again, school, their grade, their subject, anything like that. I feel like I'm always looking for new bags just because I have so much to carry around. Then classroom games. This varies so much depending on what grade level they teach and what subject they teach. I obviously, like I said, teach middle school, so these games work really well for middle school. This one right here is called the Tower of Hanoi. Huge hit. I got that off Amazon. My kids love it. It's just this little puzzle game. You can look it up. And then the Uzzle or Oozle, I'm not really sure how you say it. It's like a pattern logic game. Again, such a big hit with my kids. I would say both of those are probably late elementary, middle school, even into high school. I think that kids would enjoy this a lot because I enjoy it. Then there's this rush hour traffic jam logic games. Any sort of like logic game would work really well in the classroom. This one does have a few more pieces, so it might not be the best idea. Same with bananagrams, but these are both games that I grew up playing. Bananagrams would be great for like a reading classroom, but honestly, I would get it in my classroom just because, you know, it's always good to be introducing your kids to new words, spelling, things like that. These would all make really good gifts. Then jumping down, we have mugs or thermoses or cups. Again, customized on Etsy, makes such a cute gift. This would also work even if they're not a teacher. Everyone loves having their name on stuff or just something about them. Like if they are a Swiftie, they have so many Swiftie inspired mugs and thermoses and little cute little cups. Or if they're really into reading, there's so many reading themed ones. Basically anything you can think of. If they are into anything, you can find it on Etsy. So definitely shop there. Also shop small business, local if you can, like all that stuff is great to do. Finally, I put on here if they have an Amazon classroom wish list. They usually, like I have one and I just leave it up because, I don't know, it's kind of a hassle to take it down, especially if I know I'm going to be adding more to it the following year. If they have one of those, ask for it and see if you can get some stuff off of there. I included a picture of expo markers just because I feel like I'm always running out. My kids use them, so they dry out or they get destroyed or lost, whatever. But that is a good place to check. I would say for like, maybe if you wanted to get them multiple things, maybe get them something that was specific to them and then get them something off their classroom wish list. Just because teaching is expensive, having to like provide all of your classroom supplies or decorations and stuff. So just taking a little piece off their plate is super helpful. Moving into the other side of the gift guide today is a bookish wish list. I did kind of separate this into 4 different categories. So we have like things that you can use to read, accessories for pretty much for a Kindle, some furniture that they might like, and then annotating materials. So again, I'm not going to spend too much time on this page because the next page has pictures. Here we go. So for the reading section, always you can get someone a book. Ask them what books they like. A lot of people who are really into reading have like a want to read list, like if they are on Goodreads, or I know some people have wish lists on Amazon, or just ask them what books they want. I'm always happy to receive a book. Or if you are willing to spend a little bit more money on them, get them a Kindle if they don't have it. I have used both Nook and Kindle, and I find Kindle so much easier to work with. It connects to everything a lot easier, and it's more user-friendly to me. Granted, I had a Nook several years ago, so they might have upgraded since then. But I do love the Kindle. I have just like the basic Kindle. But the Kindle Paperwhite, I think, is a really good option. It is more expensive, but there are just so many different features that it has that the next Kindle that I buy will be a Paperwhite. I saw they came out with a Color Soft recently. If that's something that's important to you, sure. I don't think I would ever get the Color Soft because I don't really do much annotating on my Kindle. So like the different colored highlights doesn't really appeal to me, and then being able to see the covers in color is super cool, but again, I don't really look at the covers very long on Kindle, so the Color Soft is just a little bit overkill for me personally. If maybe they already have a Kindle or they do a lot of reading on their phone, you could get them a Kindle Unlimited membership, just pay for a few months or pay for their first year. I love Kindle Unlimited because there are so many books on there. It is reasonably affordable. I think I pay either $12 or $14 a month, but they always have sales, like the first 3 months are free or something like that. So buying someone a Kindle Unlimited membership or offering to pay for their membership for a certain amount of time, I think is a really good idea. Moving down to the accessories, these are mainly accessories for the Kindle. We have a Kindle clicker, like the page turner. This is like high on my wish list this year. I want one so bad because I like reading in bed. And when I'm reading in bed, I'm all comfy, cozy, tucked up under the blanket, but then I have to have one hand out to turn the page. I know, first world problems, but my hand gets so cold, and so I want to just be cozy up under the blanket, but I can't turn the page. So I either have to like take my hand out every 5 seconds to turn the page, or just keep it out and then my hand gets cold. So I really want a Kindle page turner. Then there are 2 different options that I've seen for like holding your Kindle. There is this strapsicle, which I haven't seen too much about it, honestly, but it looks really cute and it looks like it'd be really easy to hold. Or the pop socket. I think I'm gonna get a pop socket for my Kindle, just because I do have, like I said, the like just basic Kindle, so it is really small, and I think just having a pop socket would work with my hand really well. But the strapsicle I could see also being super convenient, and it's also really cute. Let's go to this furniture tab at the bottom. If, again, you're willing to spend a little bit more money, I absolutely am obsessed with this rotating bookshelf. I want one so bad because it has a lot of space for a lot of books, but it rotates, so it's not taking up as much space as like a bookshelf on the wall. This one, last I checked, it was definitely over $100, but less than $200. So I found that one on Amazon. I definitely think that once I move into a bigger space and have the money for it, I will be getting a rotating bookshelf. I just think they're so cute. Then we have a Kindle stand, and there are so many different versions of this. You just have to look into what you want or what the person you're buying for would want. This one that I have on here is like a soft pillowy one, because when I think of like when I'd want a stand for my Kindle, it's when I'm in bed. Again, if I'm just sitting on the couch or I'm like sitting in the car, I'm just gonna hold it and it's not a big deal. But when I'm in bed and I want to be cozy and I want to be under the blankets, I want it to be able to sit up by itself. So I think this stand would be really useful. And then this rolling cart. I have one and I actually get a pretty decent amount of use from it. I don't use it for a like bookshelf or TBR cart that I see a lot of people in the book world using it for, but it's just super convenient to have like something that you can just roll around. Like I have a lot of my journaling supplies on it and craft supplies and just like things that I want when I am journaling or doing annotating, all of that sort of stuff, and it can just come with me wherever I go. So super versatile. You can use it for anything. Now for annotating, I love using tabs when I annotate. I'm not one that does a lot of like highlighting or writing in a book. I'll just tab it and maybe underline. So I love these tabs. You can get them like 1,000 pack off Amazon for like literally $5. So I have so many, and I like them a lot because you can get the ones that are see-through, and then you can just stick it on the page without worrying about it like covering up any of the words. Then we have some markers. Now I have seen mild liners everywhere, but the thing is they are so expensive. They are really good quality, but I've also heard from people that they do kind of bleed. So I got these dual tip markers. I think this is like the Walmart brand, but I have the box here. I got these from Walmart and I love them. I use them not so much annotating like in my actual books, but I use them for my reading journal and I love them. They don't bleed. They are, there's a bunch of different colors and I just love using them. I like that it has the 2 different tips. So it has like the wide chisel tip and then it has a more pointed just like pin tip, and I absolutely love them. So if you're someone who likes journaling, or the person that you're trying to buy for really likes journaling and coloring and stuff, I think those would be a really good gift for them. And then I included a journal as well. So I like a dotted journal, not a lined journal, specifically for my reading journal, because I feel like it just gives you more creativity with what you can